Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get started. Hi, good morning, everyone, or good afternoon from wherever you're watching. My name is Kristin. I'm the National Educator here at Saje. I've been fortunate to be in learning and education at Saje for just under 5 years. So I've had a lot of time to get really familiar with all of our products, all of our ingredients. Super excited today that we are going to be talking about this guy, the Pocket Farmacy. So that's the product that we're going to be discussing in depth today. Someone said hi, so you can hear me. Okay, amazing. I'm excited. Before we get started and jump into each of the individual products, what I want to do is just share a couple of fun facts about the Pocket Farmacy itself, a little bit of information. Maybe you're going to learn something new. So the first thing that I want to address, I think it's timely right in the middle of Earth Week, Earth Month, Earth Day, is what we have in terms of our packaging. So right here, you'll see a little logo and it says, I used to be a water bottle. So all of our Pocket Farmacies are made from recycled water bottles. It takes about 1 to 2 water bottles for each of these little kits. And the fabric is something that's called rPET. So the big long scientific name, it's recycled polyethylene terephthalate. I think I'm probably mispronouncing that last word for sure. But essentially what it means is that this is a really efficient and eco-friendly way to reuse plastics into fabrics. So a number of our kits at Saje are created from this recycled rPET material, and you'll always see that little logo that lets you know. So we're looking at a couple 100,000 water bottles that are saved from the landfill every year, so a big celebration about the packaging. The next thing I want to mention is that each of these little roll-ons inside have different certifications, and this is dependent on whether you're in Canada or in the US. So in Canada, our regulating body is Health Canada, and these products, all 5 of these little roll-ons, have what are designated as natural health products, or NHPs, and they're then assigned what's called a natural product number, or an NPN. And what this means is that they have been certified as safe, as pure, as efficacious. Health Canada has taken a look at the quality and the claims that we've made on the product, and they've then decided to assign us that license. So in really tiny little microscopic font on the side of your bottle, it says NPN and then a series of numbers, and that lets you know that all of the products have been certified as natural health products in Canada. And then in the USA, the designation's a little bit different. So it's called an OTC, and what that stands for is over the counter. What that means is that a product has been designated as a drug level that can be prescribed to a customer without a prescription. So we have 2 products in the Pocket Farmacy with the designation. That would be our Fortify product and our pain reliefs. And we're going to talk a little bit more about each of the products individually in just a moment. The next thing I want to mention, this is another fun little fact that a lot of people don't know about these bottles, is they're what we call double-ended bottles. So this top side here, you unscrew and that's your roll-on. And then if you actually unscrew the little cap on the bottom, this is a dropper. So what you would do here is just flip up your little top, your little cap, and then you would just turn your bottle over and tap. So if you wanted to tap out a couple of different drops, and there's a few different reasons for that. So you can use it, say for example, you want to further dilute your product, you could tap out a few drops. If you also wanted to do something like put a few drops in the bath or into a steam, that's why we have both of those options available. The last thing I want to mention before we get started is that each of the 5 products in the Pocket Farmacy is refillable. So it means they each come in a size like this. This is a 30 milliliter or 1 fluid ounce bottle, and they can be used to refill each of the little roll-ons. So for the small guys in the Pocket Farmacy like this, you're going to get 5 different refills, or 5 or 6. Math's not my strong suit, 5. You're going to get 5 refills. And then for the larger sizes, so say you were to purchase the roll-ons individually, you're going to get 3 full sizes. So I'm going to show you how it would work here. So you want to remove your top cap. And then with this little piece here, you can either wedge it out with your thumb or use a clean pair of scissors. And I'm going to make this look really easy because I set mine up in advance, but you're just going to pop out your little plug like this. And then you would just take your bottle and refill to the top. So this is a really eco-conscious way to refill the bottles, to reduce the packaging and the waste. And it's very cost effective for you as well. So again, the refills are available for all 5 of the products in the Pocket Farmacy. So without further ado, my friends, we're going to get into each of the roll-ons individually, and I'm going to go in the order of the way the products appear in the Canadian version. So this might be a little bit different for our friends in the US, so you're going to have to follow along closely. The first one we're going to talk about is Peppermint Halo. So Peppermint Halo was the first product ever formulated at Saje. It's been a top seller for us for almost 30 years at this point in time. A number of reasons for that. So in Canada, this product is licensed as a headache remedy. And what that means is that we believe this combination of warming and cooling essential oils helps to reduce any tension, tightness, or pain that you feel in the head, neck, or shoulders. So some of the key ingredients in the blend: peppermint, rosemary, eucalyptus, again, that combination of warming and cooling to help soothe the body. So as the name says, Peppermint Halo, it's designed to create a bit of a halo effect around the head. So you would apply along the forehead, the hairline, the temples, around the back of the neck, and the trapezius muscles as well. Give yourself about 3 or 4 minutes and you start to feel that cooling effect set in, and that's going to again help to pull tension or pain from the head and neck area. And without getting too scientific, I want to just address one of the ingredients, the peppermint. Peppermint is what's known as a vasodilator. And what that means in really simple layman's terms is that vasodilation means to widen blood vessels. So picture that you have a headache or any type of tension and you're really tight. And peppermint would then allow the blood vessels to release themselves so that you could increase blood flow, and that's going to reduce pain. So that's in a nutshell how the product works. It's designed to be very strong. So this product is blended without carrier oil. So it's 100% pure essential oil, and you really will get that strong visceral feeling on the skin. A couple of other ways that we love something like Peppermint Halo, if you're just looking to temperature regulate, so say you're feeling a little bit warm or you're just a person who tends to run hot, applying along the back of the neck and shoulders gives you that soothed feeling but also helps cool the body. And something else I love is to use it in a foot bath. So just take again your little dropper end here, drop a couple drops into some cool water, and super relieving after a long day on your feet. So that's our first guy, Peppermint Halo. The next one we're going to talk about, for our friends in Canada, you'll know this product as Immune. For our friends in the United States, you'd know this as Fortify. So this is the hero product in our cough and cold line of products. So this is a blend of very soothing, very restorative essential oils like tea tree, eucalyptus, which is known as the breathing oil. So very supportive of respiratory health. There's a number of ways to use this product to give yourself that relief. So for example, you can paint this along the throat as well as the chest. One of my personal favorites is just to take a little roll off the top and then I roll it under my nose. So if you're feeling any sort of congestion or stuffiness or, sort of sinus pressure or tension, you can get that relief immediately. Something else our community loves to do with this product is something we call the figure eight. So you want to start here, which is above your eyebrows, and this is where you have some sinuses, and then you actually want to use your cheekbones as well. So you're going to create what looks like the shape of a figure eight over the face. And it's really important here to make sure you go under the cheekbone and don't sort of skip here to the orbital bone because your sinuses are actually down here. So this blend does have a carrier oil, and that means it's in a dilution that's totally okay for it to be applied to the face, and then you can massage in a little bit if you don't want to have any residue there. The last thing I want to tell you about Immune or Fortify, my personal favorite way to use the product, it's what we call a sage breath. So you can feel free to follow along with me if you'd like. So you take the roll-on end of the bottle and you just want to paint generously into the palm of your hand. And then what you do is just rub your hands together. This helps to warm and emulsify the essential oils. Create a little bit of a tent, and then over your nose and mouth, you want to breathe deeply through the nose and hold for a few seconds and then exhale through your mouth. So it looks like this. And then again, hold, release. Give yourself 2 to 3 deep breaths to really get the effects. And again, I love this when you're experiencing anything acute. So that stuffiness, that congestion, this can be a really great way to break that up quickly. And then at that point, all you have to do is just massage the rest of the oils into the hand. You're good to go. So moving along to our third remedy, Again, our friends in Canada will recognize this by the name Eater's Digest, cute little name, and in America, this product is called Gutzy. So as the name implies, this is a digestion easing remedy. The key ingredient in Eater's Digest is sweet fennel. So if you give it a little bit of a sniff, it's something similar or comparable to a black licorice. A lot of people make that connection. It also has black pepper, peppermint, some Roman chamomile, and myrrh. So this is a blend of ingredients that are all renowned to be supportive to the digestive system. So think any sort of discomforts like nausea, heartburn, upset stomach, this is very relieving in that regard. So this product you can just apply directly to the stomach. Some people prefer to just roll into the hand and then massage in. There's no right or wrong way to use it. Whichever way you decide, what we always recommend is going towards the left of your body, so clockwise, because that's the direction of digestion. I mentioned a lot of times that there's a lot of versatility within our products, but Eater's Digest is one that I always kind of say is what it is. It really just sort of supports that function. If you do find that the smell is a little bit strong and you'd rather have it further from the nose, I always recommend you can apply a little bit on the wrists or the pulse points because you're still going to have that desired effect. The essential oils will still enter the bloodstream and support the body, but it's just a little bit further away from the nose. If you're feeling sometimes nausea can make you not super excited to have a smell that close to the face, so you can give yourself that as an option. So that's our Eater's Digest and Gutzy. The fourth roll-on we're going to discuss today, maybe the most popular in these challenging times, this is our stress release. So stress release is a very soothing, very grounding blend of powerful hormone balancers. So this is lavender, orange, geranium, clary sage. A couple of the ingredients in this blend, both the lavender and the orange, are what we refer to as adaptogenic. And what adaptogenic means is that you apply those oils to your body and your body has some intuition and knows how to use them. So some people experience lavender as really grounding, really sedative and calming. And some people experience lavender as uplifting and a bit mood boosting. And that's the same with an oil like orange. You then also have a very balancing geranium, a powerful euphoric in your clary sage. So this is a blend that is very supportive of anything from tension to restlessness to chronic stress or any feelings of unease, essentially. A lot of places you can use this product. It's a very safe formulation. So lavender is an oil that is recognized typically with an acronym called GRAS, so GRAS. And that means that it is generally regarded as safe. It means that most people under most normal situations and conditions tolerate the oil really well. So this is fantastic for things like your pulse points, so say your temples, your wrists, again, over the throat and chest. I love a little bit behind my ears. And I'd say one of our community's favorite ways to use the product is actually as a gentle sleep aid, and that means applying to the bottom of your feet. So sometimes when we make a suggestion, putting oils on the bottom of your feet, people are confused, like, why would I put oil on my feet? And there's a couple of reasons. So number one, the skin on the bottom of your feet, so the soles of your feet, it's very permeable. What that means is that the essential oils are able to enter the body easily. It's also your least sensitive or least allergenic skin. So again, if you're looking to sort of keep something away from the nose or from smelling something too strongly, that's the opposite end of your body from your head to your feet. So applying on the bottom is a really great way to, again, experience those benefits. What also happens is the essential oils enter through the feet and into the bloodstream. We know our blood is flowing towards our heart, so it acts almost like a bit of a time release, like taking its time to work its way through your body and really supporting you in those grounding and sedative effects. So a fantastic way to give stress release a try. And lastly, I would also suggest the sage breath. So again, what we did with the Immune and Fortify blend. And I love this during an acute experience. So say, for example, you're just in a really powerful bout of stress or you're feeling particularly tense or nervous. This is a really great way to ground your system and give you a little bit of support within the body. And then last, but certainly not least, within our little pocket pharmacy here is the Small and Mighty Pain Release. So this is another product that has been in our collection for well over 20 years. So one of the first roll-ons formulated at Sage, a really effective analgesic. So what analgesic means is numbing. So essentially it's going to numb pain in the body. Two of the most powerful ingredients in the blend are marjoram and rosemary, and these are both essential oils that are known for their ability to support reducing inflammation, swelling, bruising, acute pain at the site of injury. So they're very effective at helping the body to relieve tension and tightness. In terms of how you use a product like this, you just want to support where you're experiencing acute pain. So some of the ways that we hear that people love to use it, say on your knees, for example, if you've been running or your knees are tight. I like it around my ankles or my feet, again, if you've been on your feet for a long time. Around the wrists, the hands and the fingers, say you've been typing too much or a little time on your devices, this can be really effective at relieving pain at the source. And then, of course, again, things like your shoulders, your neck, your traps, anywhere that you just have an experience of pain, this is a very, very effective remedy in reducing that. One thing I want to mention with this in particular is that you'll notice it feels quite different than Peppermint Halo. So Peppermint Halo, we mentioned, is going to give a visceral, strong feeling on the body. Most people experience it as coolness, and you'll get that feeling where you've applied it. But with pain release, you don't necessarily get that. So the oils are more warming, and they actually penetrate really deeply into the muscles. So when you're thinking, is this product really working? Don't expect the same feeling that you would get from Peppermint Halo, and just really allow it to sink into the muscles and into the tissue and sort of do its little work while it's in there. So that, my friends, is the Pocket Farmacy. I want to mention that we do have different options available. So for example, this guy with the mini sizes, and then we also have the wallet. So the wallet looks a little bit like this. It's made of a beautiful vegan leather, and this has the full size versions of the same 5 roll-ons. So that full size 10 mil, the way you'd purchase them individually. I find for myself personally, I go through a lot of essential oils. I'm using these products super regularly. So the larger size is what made sense for me. And these small little guys are perfect to take with you in your purse, in your backpack, on the go, to keep with you. So you always have all 5 of those available for you. Before I go, I just want to take a minute to really thank you for spending some time with us today. I want to say that I'm a passionate advocate for a plant-based lifestyle, and I truly am a firm believer in the healing power of plants and plants as medicine. I know I'm very fortunate to have access to information and education that allows me to use products and ingredients to support my wellness. And I'd be super happy to do that for any of you at any point in time. So there are a number of ways that you can get in contact with us. So for example, through our social channels, right here on Facebook, we have a really active Instagram. We have all of them: Twitter, Pinterest, LinkedIn. You can reach us through those sites. You can also contact us at hello@sage.com. So that will take you directly to our community member experience team. Fantastic resource. Our website, sage.com, each of the product pages has a lot of individual ingredient information, tips and tricks on how to use the products. It's a very effective site. And we also have a really active blog. So the blog is a great place to stay up to date with some of your most burning questions. So we hear a lot about pets and essential oils, or pregnancy and children and whatnot, and a lot of our resources there address that. So with that being said, I want to thank you again for taking some time on this Monday to spend your time enjoying our products, learning about our products. If you have any questions, anything that I haven't been able to address for you, please feel free to pop that into the comments section, and I'll make sure that we get those questions answered for you. Thank you again for your time. Have a really great day, everyone. We'll talk to you soon. Take care.